I feel like our conundrum at shooting guard is actually a worse love story than Twilight, guys. I mean, we tried Jeremy Grant, who of course is a fine defensive player, but as far as the offensive side of the floor, yeah, I attempted 6 3-pointers with the guy, and none of them came even close. So he's kind of out as the starting 2. There's also Seth Curry, who is a much better shooter than Jeremy Grant. However, he's kind of like me in the sense of I'm great when I'm practicing, but the second you actually put me against other people, I forget how to shoot. Not only that, but he's not that great of a defender. And so our new savior is going to be, well, it's going to be Justin Holiday, who seems to be the best in between of all of them. He's not a great 3-point shooter, he's not a great defender, but he's just okay at everything, and apparently that's the route we're going to have to go. So Justin Holiday, I'm giving you the keys to Philadelphia. Become the savior of this team and they'll love you forever. In other news, with our big man situation, of course we recently acquired Adrian Payne, and his offense really hasn't come around yet, but he has already made an impact defensively, and I think I want to roll him next to Jahlil Okafor whenever Payne is in the game, because I think they just play off of each other well. He can help out Okafor on defense. Speaking of playing off of Okafor, Nerlens Noel's mid-range is actually, legitimately good now. He's actually at a 70. Congrats to Nerlens, it took him a minute, but we finally got him there. But when Nerlens is playing center and we go to our second unit, I think I want to have Dario Saric in the game, because Saric is not much of a defender, Nerlens is an awesome one, and then they can play off of each other as well. So we're making some progress on rotations and things like that, and that's all good. And we may have an answer for our shooting guard position, but as you're going to see later on in this game against the Trailblazers, the answer for the 2-guard spot might actually come from somewhere that I didn't see fit. Anyway, Schroeder, who ended up with a D+ release on a semi-open 3-pointer, that's a little bit concerning. I might have to work on his 3-ball just a bit more. Speaking of 3-balls, I'm going to admit to y'all, I was a little frustrated when Damian Lillard hit this one. I mean, goddamn, that dude was practically at half court. Alright, he wasn't that far, but whatever, I'm just trying to make a joke in the moment, I guess. Damian open once again. Our defense was actually a joke there. I think Schroeder ended up on him that time. You'll notice Justin Holiday is in the game, trying to give him the opportunity at the shooting guard spot, and I have no idea how the hell I made that one. I have no idea how I knocked that dude over. None of that made any damn sense, but okay. Close game, Damian Lillard looking confident. I probably shouldn't have Schroeder on him, and then, oh, look at this, Justin Holiday deflected the pass. He didn't even realize it happened, but he still did it, so good for him. And then Justin Holiday finds himself open. Well, he sucks. Scratch him off the list. He's another guy who can't hit an open jumper. Alright, I'm kidding. We're not going to give up on him after one miss, but my patience is wearing a little thin with our shooting guard position at the moment, especially when everywhere else is pretty damn decent. And what's Nerlens Noel going to do here? Well, you'll notice that some dude, I think Ed Davis, ended up on Schroeder. Just going to drive right by him. You know, whenever I actually beat someone off the dribble in 2K, it's actually pretty freaking crazy for me. So to be able to do it twice with Dennis Schroeder, I'm just on cloud 9 at the moment. Shout out to him for getting the opportunity to lead the Atlanta Hawks in real life. I agree with that move for them. Holiday once again not realizing that he's a pretty decent defender, and then Schroeder makes the first contact layup I've ever seen, since the dude's like 110 pounds. At least that's what 2K makes him look like. You'll notice Adrian Payne is in the game now, and I was mentioning his defense earlier. Just look at this. I mean, goddamn. You'll notice Jahlil Okafor, he didn't really know where to go in that pick and roll. He just got kind of caught because he's a little slow. Well, that's why Adrian Payne comes in. I don't know how Rodney Hood made that shot, I'll be honest with you, but I'll at least take it. And then I was talking a minute ago about a potential new option at the shooting guard spot. Why not just Robert Covington? That dude's been on the roster this entire frickin' time. He's tall. He's not bad defensively. He already hit 1 3-pointer for us. And you'll see after Aminu misses that one, and then Dwight Howard forgets what the hell happened. Like, I'm playing against the CPU, but it looked like Dwight Howard's controller just turned off. Covington already looked good. We miss a green release, which is always rage-inducing. Well, maybe not for me, but for quite a few people out there. I always play these at 2 in the morning, so I'm asleep, so I don't even know what the hell happens half the time anyway. Adrian Payne can't frickin' score, which I mentioned a moment ago, but he still makes an impact on defense, so being next to Jahlil Okafor still kinda works. Mo Harkless, who still hasn't really come on in the NBA yet, even though I feel like he still has the potential, misses, and then Covington open one more time. I think it's time to give Covington the shot at shooting guard. I know he's a natural 3, and I know he's a little tall for the position, but I mean, He's the one who's hit 2 3-pointers for us, and he's actually been a consistent shooter for us ever since this series started. I just never found the perfect role for the guy. Speaking of shooters, well, Dario Saric. Perfect situation. Nerlens Noel gets the block, Saric gets the pull-up 3-pointer. That's exactly what I want to happen. I feel like they play off of each other well, and I think Payne and Okafor do as well. But I say all that, and we haven't pulled away just yet. I mean, Portland could pull off something. We got to hit a few shots, and then I don't know what the hell that was for me and Ingram. I thought it was going to be good, but once I saw that he was taking a moving jumper, I was like, oh, screw it, this ain't going in. Don't you just love that in 2K? You want to shoot a jumper, and then it turns into a moving shot, and you know it's not going to go in? Anyway, this is a beautiful offensive play by Portland right now. Definitely one of Terry Stotts' best X's and O's moments is Alan Crabbe, who, by the way, is on the All-Star role player team, misses that one, and then, once again, they forgot about Dario Saric. You can't do that. He can hit a moving 3-pointer, at least when he's wide open. So I do like what's going on with our big men right now. I feel like the rotation with them, we've got it down pretty packed. When Adrian Payne's in the game, he plays off of Okafor. When Saric is in the game, he plays off of Nerlens Noel. Okafor just embarrassed everybody. We win this one, and we may have potentially found our option at shooting guard as well with Robert Covington. But then me being me, I switch the shooting guard position pretty much every game, so maybe I should commit to one guy, but I don't know what I'm talking about.